Hey everyone, Danny Jose here, DIY guy with another do-it-yourself video, and this time it's to put a solar blanket in your pool. Now, you can get someone to do it, but as you know, I like to do things myself, so I went ahead and ordered myself a solar blanket. It's a 40 by 20 it's a rectangular shaped solar blanket, and I got the extra heavy solar blanket. It's I usually get the heavy version, but I got extra heavy. Now it lasts for about 6 years. You'll probably get about 4 to 5. I usually get with my normal solar blanket, I'll get 2, maybe at best 3, and then it starts to brittle away, and then I have to replace it. So this year I went ahead and got the extra heavy, which is, we'll see how long it lasts, and it's fairly thick, so hopefully I won't have to replace it for a while. So I'm going to show you how to get your own solar blanket, cut it, and easily install it to your pool. So first thing you have to do is you want to measure the length and width of the pool. Mine is about 36 feet by 18 feet, and you'll see that there's kind of like this another about 2 feet there at the entranceway. So I went ahead and got a little bit extra, and then I can lay it out and then cut around it. So when you order it at your local pool store, you'll get it in this big roll, and again it's 20 by 40, and you just kind of unwrap it. Hopefully you'll have a big enough backyard that you can open it up fully and then put it right over to the pool. So I see that the extra heavy version, they have a gray bottom to it. My original one, it was just blue on either side, but this one is extra heavy and it's a little thicker. So yeah, hopefully this will last a lot longer. So once you open it up, you unroll it, spread it out right across the length of the pool, and open it up over to the pool. Stretch it out over to the pool, kind of take the edges and kind of pat it down. Make sure it's the right shape. All right, you want to have about 2 inches from the edge of the water, and you want to cut about 2 inches, so it does kind of flip up a little bit. Gives you a nice seal on the pool. So as you can see, you kind of spread it out, measure, adjust, make sure it's the right shape around the pool, and then you're ready to cut. And all you'll need is a pair of regular scissors. All right, so the best way to start to cut this is kind of take off the slack first, and you don't have to be accurate at just take off the slack so you can work easier. Right? You want to kind of just take off the corners. All right, and then once you cut off the slack, you want to like kind of remeasure again and make sure everything is adjusted properly. So I put some water on the top of the solar blanket just to kind of flatten out the creases, get all the air bubbles out, make sure before I do my final cuts that it's measured right. Everything's cut, nice shape, and what you want to end up with is just a little bit of a couple of inches above. See how the ledge there, so really seals up the pool so no heat comes out of it. So you want to leave just a little bit of about 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches. So you don't have to really cut so accurately, but just enough to get around the pool. And that's how you install a solar blanket into your pool. So I got my solar blanket all installed now. It took me a couple hours. So take your time cutting around and make sure you don't, you be careful with your scissors. I also bought a solar blanket reel off of Facebook Market. You can find them around for about 50 bucks. So used is perfectly fine. And you can get the extra straps to strap onto your solar blanket at the local hardware or local pool store. But these solar blankets are awesome, especially for keeping you from having to dump so many chemicals in your pool. I find with the solar blanket, the chlorine doesn't evaporate as fast. And so especially with my saltwater pool, I don't have to use up so much of my saltwater cell. So it helps with the cells, it helps with decreasing the amount of chemicals you put in the pool, keeps it warm, especially in these cold nights, summer nights. So I've had to when I've had my solar blanket, I've only had to use my heater at about 3 times this last summer, and my pool was averaging about 86 to 90 degrees without the heater. So amazing. And then just roll it up whenever you're ready to go to swim, and it's nice, keeps your pool warm all summer long. All right.